What is up, guys? This is Sir Awesome Media here, and today I am playing Shadow of Mordor. I'm going to be taking a quick look at it, talking about the positives and negatives, what I think about it, and I've been having a lot of fun with this lately. I really have. It's kind of like what everybody has been saying for a while. Obviously, this game's been out for almost a whole month now, and it's excellent. It's nothing innovative. There's only really one aspect that I can think of that's really innovative. It borrows a lot of elements from other series, such as Batman and Assassin's Creed. But what it does, it really does well. I have to apologize if some of the textures look low quality. It's because they are. You have to remember I am running a mid-range computer, and when I do run it on the highest settings I can, it does affect the performance of the recording. So please bear with me on that. So everything you see here is not the best that it can look. It is a pretty good... Oh my gosh. I was just wondering... I was just wondering if that guy was going to come back. Okay, let me tell y'all a little... This is what I love about this game. This is perfect that this guy just decided to show up. Okay, he is really good. And I died to him many times, and I can remember a couple hours ago... Oh yeah, he's in vulnerable range. Fighting this guy. Well, apparently he survived and is back to get me. Hopefully I can kill him again. He doesn't seem to have any orc followers, and I really embarrassed him too because, oh my gosh, I was at his feast. And he was in front of all of his bosses, you know, showing off, and he's dead now. Again. Hopefully he stays dead. But anyways, and I embarrassed him in front of all his colleagues and stuff, so that's probably why he was pretty angry. Now, that's one thing that's cool, but it's also like, come on, are you serious, game? At the same time. So yeah, I've had people that I've beheaded before, and they come back, and I'm like, what? That ain't right. So it can feel a little cheap, but I forgive it because it's still fun to, you know, maybe it's a little gimmicky, but I don't mind too much. And that's the real strength of this game, is the Nemesis system. It's excellent, and basically, oh my gosh. Now, just like its counterpart Assassin's Creed, sometimes the climbing can be a little bit annoying. Although you don't have to do as much climbing as you do in Assassin's Creed, which is good and bad at the same time. This is in Mordor, so it's not the prettiest area, although there are some fertile areas. We're going to stealth kill this guy, and then we'll kind of get a mission so that we're not just wandering around aimlessly, which is fun to do. So you have the Nemesis system, which is basically you're trying to weaken the ranks of Sauron. And you have these randomly generated orc captains and war chiefs that you need to take out, and you can do this by, you know, starting kind of a little civil war between the orcs. Like you can, you're part wraith and part man. Like I'm a wraith right now. And these are actually two different people. It's kind of like the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, except it's with two people. If that makes sense. So basically you can hunt down captains and kill them. What I've been trying to do, which is kind of hard to do sometimes, because you may end up accidentally killing them because you hit the button one too many times and didn't know that I was going to be the last sliver of health that would be taken away by that blow. But basically, you can interrogate them. Let's see if we can interrogate someone. All those orcs just spawned in, and they pretend like I don't notice that. Let's start a huge fight. How about that? So we're going to start a huge fight. We might be here for a little bit, but hey, this brings out another strong point of this game, and the combat is absolutely excellent. It's basically Batman with swords, but it's I hate, well, I don't really hate to say this. I love the Batman series, but don't love it enough to where I feel like fanboy to it. I honestly think this is better combat. It feels more... Maybe it's because it's a little bit more brutal, because you're chopping off heads and stabbing people instead of just punching them and knocking them out. Maybe that's what it is that makes it more satisfying, but it just feels better. And these executions, man, they never get old. Never. There's nothing like cutting off orc head. So yeah, that's really fun. And I'm going to try and leave one, because what I did want to show you was the interrogation system. But if I can't show you that, that's not that big of a deal. Okay, I think we have a chance now to that guy. And where'd he go? Must have gone up here. So I'm interrogating this guy right now. And basically, I'm going to be in a huge slugfest pretty soon. Basically, I can find out intel about any of these people you see here. Now, I can't get any intel on them because I already got intel on them. But, for example, I want to figure out who this captain is. And it appears that he is Ushbaka the Spike. And I can figure out where he is and how to hunt him down. Now, I don't know his weaknesses. In order to find his weaknesses, I need to gather intel, which can be found lying around, like in the form of documents, or it can be found during, like, you can find it off the actual orc that you interrogate. So, which is pretty cool. Dang, he broke my combo. So what we're gonna, oh gosh, we got a lot of people. What we're gonna do pretty soon is I wish I had some more elf shot. Oh, I do. I know what I'm doing. I'm out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hunt down a captain. Hopefully it won't be too hard. Sometimes I get pretty angry because I'll think I'm having a one-on-one fight with a captain, but then another captain shows up, and it's always the archers that really take me off, the archer captains, because they can just sit in the back of a huge pack of orcs and kill you instantly because they're really powerful arrows, and it just gets really annoying. So hopefully we don't run into a situation like that, but since this is a rant, most of this stuff is I guess it's procedurally generated, kind of, or it's kind of an illusion of that. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I guess that's one of the side effects of it. But is this game do justice to the Lord of the Rings universe? I think it does. I don't really see any problems with it. It's good. It's really a solid Lord of the Rings game, and we haven't really had too solid of a game. That's debatable, obviously, with some people. Some people say War of the North was awesome and Conquest was terrible, but others say that Conquest was wonderful and War of the North was terrible. I think War of the North was terrible, and Conquest was alright. I had more of a fun time with Conquest than I did with War of the North. But this is by far the best Lord of the Rings game made so far. To me, at least. Battle for Middle-earth might be a little bit better, but it's still pretty dang good. It's like it satisfied one of the wants that I never really knew I had, which is an Assassin's Creed / Batman game in Lord of the Rings, which is pretty cool. Oh, we gotta get that guy, or he's gonna kill us. So yeah, it's pretty dang good. It's not the best game in the world. I don't think it deserves like a 9 out of 10 Game of the Year award. I definitely think it's a strong game, but I don't really see a reason for it to get that high of a rating. It's well done, but it isn't amazing. I'd give it like a 7 or an 8, but it's really good. For a Lord of the Rings game especially, that we haven't seen a good one in a long time. The last really good Lord of the Rings game that I can remember is probably gonna have to be Mordor. The actual Lego games, which are really just Lego versions of the movies, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, but it's just kind of. I liked it. Probably hear me rapidly clicking. You're gonna be doing a lot of clicking if you have this on the PC. But it feels good. The controls are pretty good. And the animation quality is top notch. The voice acting's good, I think. The story's alright. I haven't completed the game, and I'm barely into the story, but from what I can tell so far, it's a good story. It's not Red Dead Redemption, but it's good. It's the typical avenge my family story type deal, which isn't a bad story. It's just, you know, it's been used a lot now, especially in video games. I feel like that's like the go-to story in video games now. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, well, you're not really avenging your family in Red Dead Redemption. You're trying to protect them. But that whole idea of protecting and or avenging your family has been done in video games quite a lot recently. But it's good. As you can see, the combat's really fun. It's fun stabbing orcs and just seeing their heads fly off. I'm glad that this game is rated mature because it's really satisfying to see all the orcs just die. I'm kind of confused. Actually, I say I'm glad about seeing it mature. I'm kind of confused as to why it's rated mature. Because, well, I think I see now. It's pretty. Oh wow, I forgot to. It's pretty brutal. Okay. That's the photo mode. I didn't even mean to bring that up. Okay, so let's get to business. So we are going to kind of interrupt the execution, kind of crash a party, if you will. See how that goes? Great. We'll drain this guy. We'll kill him. He's dead. The orcs have been killed. It's a step in the right direction. That's what it really is. So let's attend this execution. And y'all know that, well, I don't know when I'm uploading this video, but it was at the last video that I made. Well, I just recorded an alien video. The video before that, the Middle-earth role-playing project, I was talking about this game, and it's actually kind of interesting that I now have my hands on it. I decided to buy it because I saw the reviews were good, and I was actually surprised. I was pleased. I was surprised.
I'm going to enjoy finishing each of you off. This is an outrage. I'm no traitor.
Oh, he's dead. And wow, that was really easy. I wasn't prepared for that. I wouldn't blame you if you're terrified.
Sneaking around.
I want to interrogate this guy though, if I can. Get back here with it. Oh, he can be grabbed. Go over here. Yes! Sometimes they can't be carried. Alright. Okay. He's dead. Now they're all like, oh crap. Well, not all of them. They're probably angry, actually, now that I think about it. Oh crap, we're gonna have a big fight. Big fight. That's to be expected. I'd probably say 80% of the time you're either running or you're hitting orcs. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think I'm just knocking those people off. Oh! They're climbing back up the ladder. Alright, let's get this guy's rune. Choking horror. What's this guy got? That guy that I one-shotted. He must have been pretty weak. He was a captain, so. Ooh. I haven't gotten the ability to, like, send them out and do stuff. Mog Cave Rat. You know, it's kind of interesting. There's a character in this game called Ratbag, and he actually ends up being the main character. And I remember in one of the very first showcases that they showed, like the actual gameplay footage of the game, they acted like he was just a regular orc. In fact, he was like an orc that you almost kill, right? I don't remember. I just found that interesting that they changed that, which I guess is a good thing.
They're just trying to make you let your guard down so they can escape.
I really want to look at that gate, to be quite honest with you. How am I going to get up there? I have to do some sneakering. That was the captain. Oh, there is a captain there. Oh my gosh. I don't, sometimes, I remember this guy. He was another guy that I was talking about who I thought was killed, but he really wasn't. And might die. Because that guy's pretty tough. That's not the time I want to miss. Click, 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 click. Click to win. Oh. Well, he's done. Let him run. I'm just afraid that he's gonna. Oh, great. Oh, West Garrison Stronghold. Whoa, that was quite a trick. Oh, this is a tight spot to be in, that's for sure. Oh, off with his head. And you have to keep in mind, these are, well, they're not really my first impressions. I've played this a couple hours, but this is early on in the game. But what I think I pretty much can tell how the game is going to go from here. I think it's good. I'd pick it up, especially if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. In fact, you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you're a Lord of the Rings fan and are a gamer. I think that you should pick this up. I mean, it's the best that's out there right now. Not the best game in the world. I don't think it's like Game of the Year 2014. Definitely one of the strongest titles released this year. That's for sure. Maybe not sold the most, but yeah, I like it. I approve. It makes me happy seeing new stuff like that. To kill these orc scum. Oh, I don't have that. Oh, that's a. We'll kill this guy. Look how I'm going up and down.
I underestimated this time.
Dang it. Oh my gosh, just let me go! Oh my god. Oh my. See, this is why I don't like climbing systems sometimes. Go! First, just gonna take
A Caragor! That filthy talk! I'll kill you myself!
You're retreating. Gosh dang it. It ticks me off. Alright. I'm gonna go up in this tower because I don't feel like being attacked right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a quick little first impressions view of Shadow of Mordor. Gonna get my little Wraith Tower. Just see. It's a good game. Definitely worth the buy. Not the best game in the world, but best Lord of the Rings game I've played in years. It's a step in the right direction. If only though, if only we could go past that gate, the Black Gate of Mordor. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Knight's Kingdom, and I will see you later. Adios.